talking New York Yankees on a beautiful day today.
Brings a veteran presence, and like yesterday, left-hander that will throw inside, use his pitches, and then get you out when you get hurt. And now we got something to talk about too.
That's right, our Budweiser What's on Tap potential starters. Dean Stadium, the Cardinals and Yankees meet for the second time this spring. With Cardinals Hall of Famer Jim Evans, I'm Chip.
Yankees lineup has a few guys in there that have traveled, what I was surprised to see.
And some of those 18 members, as Jim said, are in the lineup for Aaron Boone's Yankees. The one big question, day for ball in South Florida. There's a quick strike, and Matz's day is underway for Anthony Volpe.
It's a beautiful day for baseball. That is true. Sorry about that, everyone back home. I think that this is nothing but good for both of them. And they can see how guys react. You know, you're not
on the inside corner, didn't get the call. Try it again. And Carlos Torres said
right there. Ramon De Jesus behind the plate.
Will pop out of play. Ramon De Jesus.
Yeah, pitchers don't.
And up and away, full count.
I think go crazy, but you know, you make a couple good pitches. It's like a hitter, you know, you foul back a pitch down the link and try to do too much.
And Mason Wynn will give way to Dylan Carlson is in right. And to left. And Lars Nootbaar makes the catch.
The game, as much now as it is the key to spring training, is getting your squad back together, getting the team back together, and really just start to sprinkle out each player.
Still, because the proverbial light at the end of the tunnel is here.
Yeah, and you know what? The guys, even though, you know, and Goldie had yesterday off, and so doing everything it takes for that final week.
Wynn goes out. Edman goes out too. A couple of pop outs. Who was a revelation for the Yankees in rotation last year.
Don't mark it, but wow, you had to love that.
An uptick in velocity for him, and the scouting.
Here it comes again. Always look at that's always interesting. The guys that get to the big leagues with good stuff, you know, not everyone's going to throw, you know, 95 in A-ball and Double-A and trust this, make this pitch, and still they're not ready at Double-A to do that. And
6 strikes among 7 pitches for Court. Goes the other way. A good start for the Cardinals with 1 out. Neal's aboard in front of teams in the outfield for New York this year. We'll see how that works out for.
Just from what you hear around the league, if it was premature, the money, or if he just didn't.
After their second place finish to Japan, Oli Marmol was joking with the media before the game.
I'm not having that.
That just missed. First, another half step.
Oof.
And Rizzo, another chance on a pop-up. That's sunk out of sight, and there's 5 RBIs for him. Looking for his first spring homer, and that's sprayed foul to the right. A lot of room right side for Contreras, who rolls it foul. And this is his second start of the spring. He faced the Blue Jays first and changed his arm angle.
Little drop down piece.
0-2 pitch again. He is bounced foul again.
You know, I learned a lot of the game that first base. If he throws the first base before he comes set, it's another part of the game that just is so easy to pick up on now because of technology. Not pick over. Take all the guesswork out of everything.
That's poked towards second. Cortez an impressive. And now he faces Giancarlo Stanton, who's having a nice finish to his spring training. Jim, he's right.
You want to be just kind of struggling a little bit, working your way into it. Good shape, good swing, and good spirits. And hopefully, I always thought when the lights turned on, right a little bit more. He's coming off that in between the Mats is doing them a favor. Not on purpose, but that's just the side he pitches on. Food tent right there. Lefties, righties would be like, wait a second. Problem is, like I said, then you get into the first night. I just did not like hitting here some days, but just very tough to see against right-handers that were off to the.
Hicks at 273 this spring. O'Neill drifts back. He's got plenty of room. Awfully good about your present and your future.
Well, you know what I also like what Booney's doing here? He's putting them both in the. How can you determine which guy's better than the other guy if you throw one guy in there against, say, Mats, and the next competition these guys play in the same days?
Snap throw to first. Stanton is back.
So you're looking at guys that could be your future. You want them to get along and play together.
Bullet hit toward left, but Nootbaar is there. And the Toronto Blue Jays.
You'll be on the air live. I'll still be trying to figure out how to hop out of the back of that truck. Brought to my attention. Thank you.
I thought you were going to say, which I'm still a part of. Right.
Changed my life forever. Thank you very much.
How about that wind up?
Pleasure. I love every minute of it. You know, the kids are in school. What a day. That was, I opened the door and that was the first thing out of the press room. Good pitch right there. And he throws a little tiny cut or the fastball and you're tied up.
And they're all deceptive.
Yeah,
right?
Because it's coming in, but running it back across. But I think that's what he's doing such a nice job of it right now is.
So for a 20-year-old kid in Jordan Walker who's trying to make his first big league open.
For a fastball, but here comes the inside again.
And he's frozen at the knees, and it's 4 strike. What's it like as a young player, and I'm asking you this, feeling that, hey, you're kind of a big deal? What's that like as a player?
You know what? You get to be a starter, and then you can walk around, you know, around the field.
Race to the bag, and Rizzo will lead off. Willie Calhoun will follow. Steven Matz begins his 3rd inning with a strike. Adam Wainwright off to the WBC. They've pitched terrifically.
Yeah, I thought it was seeing them pitch against the same competition and feeding off each other. And I mean, everything is going. You're almost like baseball's back.
Hopper toward Edman at short. Throws high on the run.
And he's like he's throwing darts, you know. Spends his time in the bar throwing darts.
Willie Calhoun, the hitter. Let's see if he can advance the runner. The heartbreaking part of it was in the season's first game. This one down near the line, and room and foul ground makes the play.
40 years old is no joke, as they said.
But you know how much opening day means to a man like for St. Louis, and that opens a spot in rotation the way Jake would.
Maybe if you're thinking about keeping Jake and putting him in the long man in the pen, forward him up into the.
Anthony Volpe up for the 2nd time. He popped out his 1st time in a swinging bunt. Runner's going to try to take 3rd, and that is easy pickings.
You might miss a little bit with the play calling and the kind of this.
Chose not to play in the WBC to
that was smart.
Get to his new team, get to know these guys.
That takes a lot. You know, that says that a little bit of pizzazz. He gets tough and, you know, he gets a little attitude on the field, but you're supposed to want because of his toughness, and you've just added him to your.
Dylan Carlson battles the wind at year-old Mason Wynn.
21 years old and a day.
Right.
On my 3rd year already. In the minor.
Fast track to the big leagues with what he's shown this year. Cannon for an arm. He's hit for power. Took him with a solid camp. 4 homers, 10 RBIs for him.
Everywhere. Well, again. 1 through 9 somewhere. I don't know. Sudden. Talking about what are you going to do with the last starter, and then all of a sudden you got a guy go down.
It
could be changed,
right? Donovan had a good rip. Mistake there from Corton.
You can see spin that well. You can see it if you watch, you know, the.
For you.
I tried to find out what he was throwing in his glove. I wanted to know. I wanted to cheat so bad I didn't even want to have to guess. The ball as hard as I could on the barrel.
Edman did that, but smokes it toward Hicks in center, and